my advice to everyone out there who's frustrated, sad, angry, pissed off, feel those emotions, go to a kickboxing class, have a margarita, do whatever you need to do this weekend, and then wake up on Monday morning, we got to keep fighting.
So for years, we got to make fun of every single one of Donald Trump's press secretaries. It was entertaining, it was funny, but they were also lambasted by the rest of the media as paid liars, lying to the American people, deceiving the American people. That is the job of the White House press secretary. They literally are a liar for the president. That Democrat or Republican, Donald Trump or George Bush, it doesn't matter. Their press secretary lies on their behalf, does propaganda on their behalf, and does spin on their behalf to protect their public image. That's what the press secretary is there for. They're not there to be an intermediary between the people, the press, and the White House and the president. Come on, guys. Let's be serious. But current press secretary Jen Psaki had something super ridiculous to say at the failure of voting rights to get passed. It's quintessential, like, limousine liberalism, suburban wine momism, the new Democratic Party of, white collar elitism. So let's just listen in.
Well, the path forward is we have to keep fighting. Look, I think this week has been frustrating, devastating, angering, all of those things. And everybody who's been fighting for this, there's so many activists across the country who have been so central to getting to this point. I mean, just a year ago, there were more people who were opposed to filibuster changes in the Senate. So we've made some progress on that front, but we've got to stay at it. So my advice to everyone out there who's frustrated, sad, angry, pissed off, feel those emotions, go to a kickboxing class, have a margarita, do whatever you need to do this weekend, and then wake up on Monday morning, we got to keep fighting. And what that means, Lindsay, is we have to keep talking to members about federal legislation. That's essential. That's something that can be permanent, that can make sure people's rights are protected. But we also need to make sure people are educated in states across the country about what their rights are, how they can vote, when they can vote, how to request an absentee ballot. There's a lot we need to do on that front, and that's going to rely on the energy and the anger of that activism as well.
Perfect example of how out of touch Democratic elites are, political elites are in general. Oh, are you pissed that your most sacred right, of participating in a democracy is infringed upon? Go drink a margarita and take a kickboxing class, and we'll get back to it next week. What? What? Like, it just goes to show that's her kind of mindset. I guess this is what she does with her free time, does some kickboxing classes and slams Margs. But working class people don't have the time or the money to go take kickboxing classes and just drink margaritas whenever they want to. They're struggling and living paycheck to paycheck during a pandemic. And we're always being told how, our democracy is at stake and, Trump, Russia, all this for years on end. We've been, sold this bill of how existential this time is for our democracy. And we don't even have basic, we don't even have a day off to go voting. Like, we have one of the worst voting systems in the world. It's completely unverifiable. There's a million different rules for every different place. The parties rig it on their own behalfs. The primary is using public funds, but it's a private exercise. It's not really an election per se. It's all very, very interesting. But what's even more interesting is that wine moms like Jen Psaki are so comfortable with their elitism and there's such a strong class disconnect that they would make a statement like, oh, voting rights didn't pass, why don't you go kickboxing and drink a margarita? We're yay Biden, so much better than Trump, thank God, Trump's out. Everything's better now. oh wait, you don't have voting rights? Go kickboxing.